Welcome to you, Taurus. This is your tarot reading for the month of June. June has been quite a month for every sign, and I don't think you're any different. So I really hope you get something useful out of this, Taurus. I sincerely do. Now, the reason why June has been such a profound month for so many signs is that it seems to be about world events. It seems to be that there's accumulation of things in June. However, when I look at your spread, it looks to be about personal issues. Now, I don't want to discount the interplay between the global and the personal, because that could well be behind it. But no, yours looks to be about love. You look at that central card, the Lovers. I mean, it is what it says. It's about love. Go down to the bottom right-hand corner, and we have the Three of Pentacles. That's the card of teamwork. Now, maybe the one indication I have of, well, no, maybe it's not global events. Your current energy is that of the Ten of Wands. You're finding things a little bit of a struggle. You feel like you're carrying the burden of the world on your back. But you know that an end is in sight. A cycle is about to end and a new one about to begin. Your future energy is the Two of Cups, which suggests that a new love comes into your life. Could this be suggesting, I don't know, a bit of cheating in love or something like that? I don't know. It's far too early to say. The energy that impacts on the outcome is the Knight of Wands. He's brave, he's fearless, but he rushes into things, and I think that's you rushing into a relationship. What would change the outcome is the Hierophant card. Now, I normally associate that with formal religion, and it's been cropping up a lot during June. It could be a conservative way of looking at things. And the outcome is the Nine of Cups, many blessings, but he's all alone. So do you play around in love and end up losing all apart from your money? I don't know. We're going to have to look at it in far more detail, and I hope you'll stick around to listen to that. Now, as I say, I think your reading is about love, and the reason is this central card is the Lover's card, and it is what it says. It's a divine love. It's, you know, there's an angel above them, the sun shining down on them. It seems like it's a love that's meant to be. They're naked. I mean, it looks like the Garden of Eden, doesn't it? They've got nothing to hide. In between them is that Gunungun, which is a Wayang character, and you know, it's a like a pyramid, isn't it? And so one side is the known, another side is the unknown, and another side is the hidden. Is that important? I've no idea, but it is an energy that runs throughout the entire reading, and so I need to recognise that. I need to recognise the importance of the lover, or the lover energy, throughout June. And in your past, we have the Three of Pentacles. That's the card, or the energy of teamwork. If you look at it, I think he's a chippy. Well, a bit more than that, isn't he? He's doing wood carving on that door, and you know, it looks to be a door to a chapel or a temple or something. And he can't build it all on his own, and so the others are helping him, but they can't do his job. You know, maybe one's a stonemason. I've run out of jobs, but you know what I mean. They have different specialisms, and they all come together to do it. Now, given that this is about love, Could it be that you met somebody at work, or could it be that you're in a family business? I mean, it could be anything at this stage, but, those are the thoughts that are coming to my mind. The current energy is that of the Ten of Wands. This is you feeling like you carry an extra burden, maybe carrying the burden of the world on your back, and it's a bit of a struggle for you. You look at it, I don't think he's holding them quite correctly, and so it will be more difficult just by the way he's holding them. Maybe you're not quite doing things the right way, but you're getting on with it, and there is hope because you can see your village there, so there's light at the end of the tunnel. This suggests that a cycle is coming to an end. A cycle in your life is coming to an end, which hopefully you've learned from, and therefore you won't repeat that cycle. Is it all to do with love? I mean, I feel it is, but other signs, there being, even stronger indications of cycles ending and new ones beginning, which have been to do with global events. So maybe I'm wrong in jumping on love and lovers, but no, I think it is about that. Future energy is that of the Two of Cups. Now this does suggest that a new love comes into your life. So it does feel like it's love. I just wonder if this is a love of something rather than a love of somebody. In June, many people have become disillusioned with their past, disillusioned with the world, a feeling that in some way they've been duped. I don't know, I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just throwing it out there because the most likely is that we are talking about physical love, about real people, and that somebody new comes into your life. That's the most likely. And again, it feels wonderful. It feels wonderful. It feels divine. We've got that angel above their heads. So, it does feel right. Now, the energy that leads to the outcome is the Knight of Wands. He's brave, he's fearless. You look at him, It's fast moving, very fast moving. And he's riding into battle very quickly. He's not frightened of anything. And he's armed with a stick. Yeah. Prone to jumping to conclusions, prone to getting things wrong, prone to getting yourself into situations you really shouldn't get into. Is it related to love? This would fit in with my view that there is more than one love here, a bit of cheating going on. I don't know. It could be. It could be. Now this leads to the outcome, and the outcome seemingly is a good outcome, but I'll come to why it might not be. Yeah. What would change the outcome is the Hierophant. Is this about religion? I mean, normally I'd say it's to do with formal religion, but it could be more conservative ways of approaching things. You look at it, well, they're certainly learning from the Hierophant, aren't they? They're certainly learning tried and tested ways of approaching things, and this would change the outcome. I wonder if it is that if you'd been more conservative, stuck more with things, you wouldn't have been tempted by this new love, if indeed we are talking of love. Quite a lot of signs have had the Hierophant in June, and people seem to be turning towards religion in answers for what's going on in the world, but I still haven't decided if this is an entirely personal reading or not. And the outcome, I mean, it's not a bad outcome. It's the Nine of Cups. many blessings, many blessings. You look at him, he's sitting on the throne, he's got the 9 cups, which are the multiple blessings behind him. He's dressed beautifully, so he's certainly got wealth. But the thing that strikes me about this, and the difference between this and the 10, is that he's all alone. Does it mean that you've played the field a bit in terms of love, and you've ended up all on your own as a result? Or is there a much deeper meaning to all this, and it's not about love, as I say? I still don't know. I'm going to get some clarity. I'm going to seek clarity on this Knight of Wands, because if we know what you're rushing into, then I think everything falls into place. And it does look to me, looking at what's come out, that it is personal, it is all about love. First card we have is the card of charity. We don't know if this is to you or you giving charity. Second card is 3 of Cups. Was that a 3 of Cups we've had before? No, it's 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Cups is another card of sort of teamwork, but this particular rendering does suggest to me 3 people in a relationship. I don't mean a ménage à trois here. So it could be a degree of cheating. And the final card does suggest to me there's some cheating going on, and I think it's you who's doing it. We have the Queen of Wands. She's a very lovable queen, but she does tend to flit and maybe to use people. Okay, so the first card of clarity is this 6 of Pentacles, which is a card of charity, giving and receiving wealth. You look at her, she looks like Lady Bountiful, doesn't she? I think, do you remember that 10 of Wands, which is you having the burdens of the world on your back? I think it's you giving charity to someone. I think you've taken pity on someone. But I think a love relationship does develop out of that. Do you remember we had that card of teamwork before? The 3 of Pentacles, and I said maybe there was a family business. Maybe it's got something to do with that. Doesn't really matter, does it? But you've rushed into a commitment that I think isn't going to turn out well for you. And the next card we have is this 3 of Cups, which should mean creative collaborations, friendships, celebrations. But this particular rendering always reminds me of a 3-way relationship in terms of love. And it's just this rendering, you know, look, that boy between that 2 girls. I do feel that's what it's trying to tell us. That's what's going on here. Yeah, and I think it's someone that you've given charity to, and you've sort of rushed into things, you know, and it's taken over your heart, I think. It's taken over your heart. Yeah. Yeah, you're rushing into it. And the final card of clarity is the Queen of Wands. She's a lovable queen. I mean, look at this rendering. It's brilliant, isn't it? I'd bend over and let her hit me with that whip. And I think that says it all, you know. She gets people to do things that maybe they wouldn't normally do. So she's good at engaging people. She's good at teamwork, but she does tend to flick from person to person. And she does tend to use people. And I think you felt that you could control these different relationships, and the truth is you can't. And I think you've done everything out of a kindness of heart, but a certain softness of heart. And you've got yourself into situations that you really shouldn't get into. And I think with that, we can summarise for you, Taurus. Now, Taurus, some of your past readings have indicated to me that if you're female, excuse me being indelicate, but perhaps you've got lead knickers. Or if you're male, your biggles flies undone. Because this reading is about love. I thought it might, everybody else's readings in June is about world events, but no, yours is about your love life and the fact that you get tempted. I think you're quite a nice person. I don't think there's anything malicious in it. There's something, I think, to do with work or teamwork. I think you meet somebody as a result of work in the past, and you get yourself into situations whereby you're carrying others' burdens. In fact, I think you're very charitable towards people. So although you're a bit mischievous in terms of your love life, you do deeply care about people and you try to help people. You try to be charitable towards others. But yeah, and another love comes into your life, and I'm pretty certain we're talking of more than one love at one time. And, I think you're trying to keep two loves going and you're struggling. It's difficult for you. And I don't think you're particularly malicious, as I say. I think you feel that maybe that, you can control it, you can use people a little, and perhaps you can't, or not as well as you think. And are you being urged to turn to religion? Well, I think you're certainly being urged to keep your flies up or keep your knickers up, whatever way you want to see it, You're being urged not to do these things by the universe. But I think you can't help it, in truth. And, what you're going to end up with, you're going to end up with many blessings, because I think you are a genuinely nice person, and I think you've tried to care for others, but you're going to end up on your own again, which is where you came from before. I know, and you came from there because of you played around before, and you're doing it again in June, aren't you? Yeah. Now listen, this isn't fate. You have free will. So listen to it and take heed. Take heed, yeah. Keep that fly up and keep those knickers on, to put it in delicately. But that's exactly what it's about.